Hi, my name is Melinda Plummer. I am a vocal coach who helps singers develop runs and riffs. And in this video, I want to do a breakdown of a few runs that's done in a song called Yes by the Walls Group featuring Nikki Ross. And there's two runs that Darrell Walls, one of the older siblings, older brother of the group. This is a Walls group is a family group of 4 siblings, brothers and sisters, and he's the oldest of the family. So I want to do a breakdown of 2 of his runs and a breakdown of 2 of Nikki Ross's runs for this. And there's several runs that Nikki Ross does in this, as well as Darrell too, that I would like to, that I really like, I should say. But I'm just going to only do 2 of the runs, so to break down. All right, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and play a little bit of the song so you can hear it. For those of you who have never heard this song before, to kind of give you an idea of what it sounds like. So it's a really nice gospel song. So I'll try to play it up to the part where he does the first run that I'm going to break down. Okay, hold on. Let's start here. The chorus part. So. Okay, I'm going to start with Nikkis Run first. She comes first. So she goes, the first one she does is Lord. All right, so I'll do it again. Lord. Okay, and the way I would break that down is, well, first of all, I'll give you my tips for a process of learning runs. So whenever I'm listening to a song, and if I hear a run in the song that I like a lot and want to learn it, and if it's something that's really advanced, because you have your common runs that people normally do that don't require a whole lot of practice, and you may already do the runs for those of you that do runs, but then you have your advanced runs that you have to break down in sections. So that's tip number 1, is to break them down into parts or sections. And it just makes it easier to learn versus focusing on the whole piece. So if you break it down into pieces and sections, then it's more digestible, digestible and easier to learn. All right, so how I would break that down is Lord, Lord. So that'd be section 1. And I wouldn't sing it that fast. So here comes tip number 2, is to do it slow in the beginning when you're first starting to learn the run. Don't try to do it real fast as you first starting out trying to learn the run. This is better to take it slow in the beginning and then build your way up to the rhythm. All right, so I would go, Lord, Lord. Just do it over and over. Lord, Lord, Lord. Until I got fast enough. And I could, I felt comfortable enough to do all those notes. Lord. So it's 5 notes. Lord. There's 5 notes. Lord, 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 Lord. So just keep doing it over and over, but do it slow, like I said. Lord, Lord. All right, so that would be section number 1. Section number 2 would be, I would break this up in 3 sections. So section number 2 is, focus on that. And section number 3 would be ard. So it's Lord. All right, Lord. All right, so like I said, do it slowly and then build up your speed. So I'll just do it Lord, because it can get a little tricky when you're sliding down, up and down, you know, with the notes and the runs. Lord. And you want to make sure that when you're doing runs, they're not going to be sloppy runs, because sometimes you can be singing and trying to do certain runs, and the runs can end up being sloppy because you're not hitting the notes accurately. You want to make sure that you're precise and you're hitting your notes accurately. And in order to get that accuracy, you need to, like I said, take it slow first and make sure you're hitting each note accurately. And what comes into play when you're doing that is something called muscle memory, which allows your vocal cords, when you do it slowly, Lord, it allows your vocal cords to remember or memorize where you're landing on those notes. All right, and so the slower you go, the more the memory kicks in for your vocal cords, and the more accurate you will be. So, Lord. So once you start working up your speed, if you work on it slowly and let the muscle memory kick in, and just keep practicing over and over and over, then you build that muscle memory up, and it gets stronger and stronger. And then you'll have a stronger ability to be accurate once you build the speed up and you do it fast. So, Lord. All right, so let's see here. Run number 1 for Darrell Walls is, let me find that one for you. I'm going to play a little bit here. Okay, let me move on a little bit further here in the song. Oh, hold on. Here it comes. All right. All right, let me do that again. I love that run. That's so pretty. All right, so here goes. Whatever. All right, and so how I would break that one up is into 3. I would break it up into 3 different sections. First section would be what, and if you're able to do that first section at the speed of the song, then go right ahead and do it. Just jump into that and just keep repeating. What? He holds it. What? So, but if you're not able to do it at the speed yet, if you're not that advanced with doing runs, like I said, I would slow it down like what, and then build out what, into that. And then, so like I said, you can also go up and down the scale, like what, and going back up the scale helps you too, because it kind of, as far as the muscle memory, it keeps you in that vocal range too, and it helps you, your vocal cords, to remember those particular notes. So, so that's kind of nice too. You can do that like for a vocal exercise. Just go up and down. And then, so that's section number 1 for that run that I just did. So the next section that I would break it up into is what? Let's see. Section number 1 is what ever. So that's section number 2. Whatever. All right, section number 3 is whoa, whoa, whoa. So he kind of goes, he kind of slides into the run. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And you might want to break that up into 2 sections too. So if you need to break that up into 2 sections as well, I would do whoa, whoa. That would be 1 section. And this other section will be ooh. So I'll go ooh, whoa, ooh. And just focus on trying to develop this run. Woo, ooh. And make sure that's accurate. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. So that's that run. I'm going to go to Nikki Ross's second run that I want to break down. All right. So there's her second run. So she goes, yes, I will. All right, and so that run can be broken down into 4 parts, but then it can also be broken down into 5 because that 4th section may need to be broken down depending on your skill level into 2 parts as well. So, all right. First section is, hold on. Okay. Yes, I will. I will focus on that. Section 1. Yes, I will. All right. Practice that part. Section 2. Ew. That'll be section 2. Yes. Section 1. Ew. Section 2. Okay, 3 would be ew. Ew. And then section 4 would be ew. All right. And then, like I said, section 4 may need to be broken down into 2 parts itself. Oh, let me go back. Yes, I will. This is the 4th one. So you may need to do that for 4. If you need to break up section 4 into parts, then this will be the first part of section. We'll call this section 4A. And then section 4B. And then section 4C. Hold on. All right. So you got the gist of it, right? All right. So I'll do it one more time. Yes, I will. All right. And then what you want to do is, of course, you want to play the song so you can get the beat and make sure that you're fitting it all in that run into the rhythm. Because sometimes you can kind of lose your way as you're doing runs. You know, you can kind of stretch a run out too long and it's not fitting into the beat. And then you want to make sure you breathe because that's a really long run. Make sure you take a really good deep breath before you do that run. Yes, I will. All right. Okay, so that's 4 runs. 2 runs by Darrels Run and 2 runs of Nikki Ross's. And there you have it.